Sorry, guys. I gotta turn the light on. It's freaking dark in here. Oh, bitch. Hold on, guys. I'm having technical difficulties. Hey, guys. Sorry about that. I dropped my phone midstream. Figures, as usual. I'm gonna wait till more people come in. I have a very serious topic to discuss with all of my audience. Whoa, 5 viewers already? It went from 1 to 5. How in the heck did that happen? First we're looking at 1 viewer, then we're looking at 5 viewers. Like, what? What the what? That's a good thing, though. I'm just being freaking whatever. How has everyone's day been? Is anyone gonna say anything, or are you just gonna sit there and stare at me? I don't like when people just creep. Like, hello, tell me where you're from. Hi, Rosemary. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. I know, Rosemary. Aren't you like, I think you're like Michigan girl from TikTok, right? Unless it's a different one. You said that so matter of fact. Yup. Good evening, guys. I'm surprised my phone is still working, to be honest. Freaking insane. When I first started live, I dropped my phone on the floor. Of course I did, Rosemary. You're one of my most loyal viewers. I remember good people. I does. I dang do. People who are worth remembering. Anyways, might as well get the topic started. Fizzle shizzle, right? I try to be kind to everyone, right? I guess for some people, kindness really costs them, and it's really, really difficult for them to be kind and to actually be nice to people, and be nice in what you say about people behind their back. Like, it's crazy. But anyways, I'll wait for a few more people to join before I start tonight's topic. Only 6 people? We can do surely better than that. I'm like 100%. I'm so tired I can't talk. It's been a long day. I have 156 subscribers, but TikTok live earlier people were mean. I know, and get this, I got the dirt on somebody, Rosemary. Like the dirty dirt. Remember Kenya, who was supposed to be my friend? And sat there and came in the box. They call it a box on TikTok when you invite people to go live with you. But she came in the box and was sitting there saying all this, what I thought was authentic crap about, she looked so genuine. Yeah, about being my friend, and she's on my side and all this bull crap. And then today, one of my best friends who I've known for a long time, she caught her on live, Kenya's live, talking smack about me behind my back, talking bad about me, telling people to not donate to me, telling people to not help me, talking garbage about me. And there's a rumor flying around TikTok that I'm on drugs. I do not do drugs. I don't care what people say. I don't do drugs. My dad raised me better than that. Yes, I used to do them in the past. No, I do not do them anymore. Just because I sniff and sniff and sniff doesn't mean I freaking do drugs. So lay out that bullshit. I'm not trying to hear it. I'm standing up for myself. I do not do freaking drugs. I'm tired. I've been stressed out. I have anxiety. I haven't been sleeping, but I do not do drugs. I get stuffed up with a lot of freaking phlegm when I eat, and in the morning, I do not do stinking drugs. There's a rumor flying around TikTok that I'm on drugs, and apparently baby daddy believes it. That's freaking crazy. I can't believe that. Like, I guess someone messaged me today on TikTok saying that she talked to Wayne today saying that, oh, well, he can't be with me because I'm on drugs and he's sober. Like, what the freak? I don't do drugs. He should know that by now. I do not do freaking drugs. Like, what is his freaking problem? Like, what is going on in that stupid mind of his? He should know me well enough to know I don't do drugs. All I do is smoke cigarettes. Like, what the freak? And I have to buy a shitload of melatonin. That's it. It's just crazy. Exactly. Sniffing could be anything. Allergies, cold, itchy nose, etc. Like, what the freak, people? You gotta sit there and turn me down and keep tearing me down and keep tearing me down worse? Baby daddy's doing it bad freaking enough. Then everybody else is going around tearing me the freak down. Like, what the heck? It's not cool. And I'm not tolerating it anymore. I'm not putting up with it. At all. Whatsoever. Which bridges me into today's topic for the live, how to not put up with negative people. It took me a long time to realize that I was allowing the negativity in my life that I was experiencing. I was allowing baby daddy to sit there and just, freaking use me or whatever, in whatever way or manner he did. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. However, it took me a long time to realize that I was the one allowing it. I didn't put a freaking stop to it. I didn't put my freaking foot down sooner when I should have. And said, okay, I love myself enough to let him go. He obviously doesn't deserve me. I deserve better. He always has a freaking excuse. One excuse after the other. And, he's been caught in some lies recently. It's just crazy. Like, you don't sit there and, like, I did it to myself for the past 5 years. I allowed the negativity. I should not have allowed the negativity in my life. I should have put my foot down and put a line, a huge wall. I should have put up a huge wall and not freaking allowed it. There's a saying that my best friend keeps reminding me of. I asked her in tears the other day. I said, why does he keep treating me like this? And why is it getting worse and worse and worse? And why is he sitting there saying, oh, you should be in a mental institution and saying all this hateful crap about me? And she said, what you allow will continue. It's because you've allowed it to happen. And I sat there last night and thought, you know what, she's right. I allowed this freaking negativity in my life. I allowed it for too stinking long. Way too long. I should have put my foot down and said, enough with the excuses. You can keep the bullshit excuses over there to yourself and stay the freak away from me. That's what I should have said. But I didn't. I let him walk all over me. I let him use me up dry. And now he's sitting there talking bull crap about me behind my back because he knows he's been caught and he knows he's guilty. That's why. And like that lady said on my live last night, on my YouTube live this last night, so he doesn't have to justify the way he's treating me, why he's making up all these bull crap lies about me behind my back and tearing me down. And tearing me down into the dirt. That's why. So, like, it's a process. When you finally freaking realize, oh, well, I'm allowing this negativity in my life. Oh, well, I shouldn't, okay, analyze it. Why am I hurting so freaking deep? What are the choices I've made? What have I allowed with this person? I'm not a carpet to walk all over. I'm just thinking not. I'm not a doormat. I'm not your freaking punching bag. You can't keep taking things out on me. I am not your punching bag. You can't sit there and take everything out of me because you're angry at yourself. Thank you, Rosemary. Appreciate it. Yeah, I got this. I can do this. I know I can. But you see what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? Like, I'm not nobody's doormat. And I'm definitely not his freaking punching bag. And I'm definitely not his freaking doormat. Like, he can't just sit there and pop up whenever he feels like he's in the mood for sex. No, I'm not allowing it anymore. I'm not. Thanks to my best friend who's stuck by me for the past 5 years. Unfortunately, she's not on this live, but she is the one who made me realize that, you know, if it was her man and he did that to her one time, she'd be gone. She wouldn't allow it. But it's because I keep allowing it. I keep allowing it to stinking freaking happen. No more. You got enough of me. You ain't getting no more of me. I'm not giving you my time, my attention, nothing. Not after what I found out. Not after how I found out how you really feel about me. Shit, man. You can keep that freaking shit over there. All the negative stuff you said about me putting me down. A man who truly loves you wouldn't put you down to people. They just wouldn't. That's how I know you never really loved me, and that gave me the closure I needed. Like, yeah, you don't do that. You don't do that. And someone who does that doesn't deserve you. It will be hard, but you'll get through this. I know. Somehow. But you can see how I'm confused about how he really feels about me because he's sitting there telling everybody bad freaking shit about me. That's not even freaking true. None of it. Right, Rosemary? He doesn't deserve me. And he acts like I don't deserve him. He acts like he's the prize, the gift, you know, God's gift to the world. Please, man, you ain't shit. You think you are? You think you're all that? You ain't crap. Not after what you did to me, sitting there doing that freaking shit about the baby. That was low. You knew I always wanted to be a mom. He didn't freaking care. He just said it to hurt me. He doesn't know nothing about the law. Bullshit. That's all he is. That's all he is a bullshitter. What the freak? And they're blaming me about not telling him about the baby for 3 days? Duh, dude. I didn't have my phone for freaking 3 days. I was in the hospital for 3 days. I didn't bring it with me because I was in pain. I wasn't thinking about bringing my stupid cell phone with me. He's a freaking idiot, man. He doesn't think about these things. He only thinks about himself. As long as you know, as long as he's number one, as long as he's good, as long as you know, if his feelings are hurt, oh, you know, the world's got to stop and bow down to him if his feelings are freaking hurt. He doesn't care about anybody else's feelings or if anybody else is hurt. He doesn't care if I'm hurting. Messed up. Super messed up. It's all about him. It's all about his feelings. He is. He's toxically selfish, and that's what came through in the tarot reading, like, you know, about a month ago. I didn't want to believe it, but he is. He's toxically selfish. If it's not about him, nobody else matters. He's got to be the center of freaking attention. It's messed up. If his feelings are hurt, the world's got to stop and bow down to him and apologize with a thorough apology. Anybody else's feelings are hurt because of him, he don't freaking care. Anybody else is hurting and in deep pain like me recently, he don't care. As long as he's good, he just don't care. Could care the freak less. Because he already used me up and got what he wanted, now he's good. I don't even exist anymore. Messed up. More ways than one. Sorry, I'm gonna find someone better than you. I don't deserve to be treated like that. Nobody does. Freaking messed up, sitting there stinking putting me down. I don't put him down. I've always encouraged him and tried to promote his music, and he could care less. It's like my best friend said, he treats you like you don't matter. He doesn't care what it's doing to you. Exactly. Nailed that one on the head. Yeah, Rosemary, I kind of doubt it after all this. There aren't any good men left. Not for me. Just not. Just crazy. It's crazy the lengths people go to freaking hurt you when you don't freaking deserve it. It's like, what the freak? Yeah, well, I guess you just got lucky, Rosemary. Some of us just don't get lucky. Some of our hearts just get broken. Permanently. It's messed up. I don't care what people believe about me. I do not need to be in a freaking mental institution at all. Apparently, he thinks I'm some sort of psycho nutcase. No, he is. Why don't you point the finger at himself? For once. And take responsibility for something. Can't believe people are saying what, Rosemary? Sorry, I'm tired. I lost my train of thought already. Like, I've got like a million things in my head. I know, right? No, he said that. Baby daddy said that, Rosemary. Sat there and told my friend that I need to be in a mental institution. Like, that's freaking ridiculous. And it's mean. It's a put down. I do not need to be in a mental institution. And she sat there and tried to tell him that's rude. And he said, it's just the truth 100. And she said, but it's still mean. Why would you say that? And he said, again, it's the truth. No, it's not the truth. It's a freaking lie. It's a huge freaking lie. I do not need to be in a mental institution. My dearest dad, who's no longer with me, who's in heaven right now, he tried to warn me about this freaking day, and I never seen it coming. Never. And I didn't want to listen to my dad. But he did tell me that eventually someone would want to put me in a mental institution, and it wouldn't be my fault. And that people just don't understand, and that they wouldn't. I didn't want to believe him, but apparently my dad saw this day coming. Sad. My dad said I do not need to be in a mental institution. People, you know what? It's funny because people always thought my dad should be in a mental institution as a put down, which I felt bad for my dad because that wasn't fair. I loved my dad. But now I see that, my dad had enemies too. Apparently I freaking do too. Just who knew? Jeez. Yeah, dads do know. He was like really sick when he told me that too. He was already sick with cancer. And he said he tried to warn me to be extra careful. Be careful. Be extra careful who you be around after I'm gone. Be careful. Don't hang out in public places. I should have never gone to the mission. I went against my dad's advice. Don't go to public places. My dad tried to warn me. He said to be careful and stay away from people. Stay away from public places. Stay away from places where people will think you're crazy. Because my dad knew I wasn't crazy, and he knows I'm not crazy. I just have some health issues. Like, what the freak? That doesn't, negate putting me in a mental institution. Get a life. Find something better to do than to bully me and put me down. My dad tried to warn me. I didn't want to stink and believe him. I thought he was crazy. Now I see that he was right, because I just remembered that memory of when he warned me about the mental institution. And I can see myself sitting at the dinner table right now, the night he told me. He said he would always be with me. And that people will always try to attack me and put me down because of my illness, because they don't understand and they're not sick themselves. My dad knew. My dad knew how sick I was. He knows I get aggravated and irritated easily. He didn't have a problem with me getting angry. Every time I'd get angry, see, this is how I know my dad loved me and Wayne didn't. Every time I would get angry, even when I was screaming, rant, and rave, my dad would never tell me to calm down because my dad knew I had to go through it on my own. Just like when you have a sore throat, it has to take its course. You get angry, it has to take its course. And my dad knows the anger and the frustration and aggravation in my seizures go hand in hand somehow. I do not know how, but they do. And my dad knew this. Every time I'd scream and rant and rave upstairs in my room when I used to live at home, and he'd be downstairs, he was sick with cancer, he would just let me scream it out, rant and rave, and act like nothing ever happened when I calmed down. He never even mentioned it. He never put me down for it. He never said, oh, well, you need help, you got problems. He never said that. My dad not once said that to me. My dad freaking understood me way better than any man. Like, yikes, he knew I was sick. It goes hand in hand with my seizures and my irritation and everything else. He didn't sit there and put me down. Oh, well, you need to calm down. You're too negative. He never said that, not once. My dad never thought I was negative. My dad knows I've got a stack load of health problems that aren't even my freaking fault. He warned me that people would try to pick on me and use it against me, my illness, my autism or whatever it is. He warned me that a man would do that someday. I didn't want to listen, but sure the hell enough. Right, Rosemary? I miss my dad too, especially lately with all this heartbreak. I wish I could sit down and have a conversation with my dad and be like, geez, Dad, you were right. Wish I would have listened to you and stayed away from public places. I could have gone anywhere. I didn't have to go to the freaking mission. Wish my dad could come down from heaven and sit down with me and just talk to me right now. I wonder if my dad even hears me. Wish my dad could just fly down from heaven and just sit down and talk to me and hold my hand or something. Makes me really sad. Nothing happened. I'm just having a general conversation about things that I'm realizing in my own life. Right, Rosemary? Amen. I know, right, Rosemary? That's what I wish. I wish heaven had a telephone. Could just sit there and call my dad. Because we were talking, me and my dad were talking on the phone before he passed away, even when he was too weak to even text. And my dad never texted or used a cell phone his whole life. And he got one just for me when I first came home, when I was first dealing with the heartbreak from Neil. He got a cell phone. Because I talked to my dad about it. I said, Dad, you sit there and are really harsh with me about keep going back to my exes, but yet, I try to explain to him, like, you need to not be so harsh with me because it's really tempting and you have to understand I freaking bonded with the guy, even though I know it's kind of awkward for you and I to talk about that, but, it's true. Like, it's really hard. It's tempting. And one day he softened up a little and he was more understanding and he said, well, okay, well, whenever you get tempted to text this guy who's no good for you, just text me and we'll talk. And sure enough, ever since that first day he suggested it, we were texting back and forth, even when he was really sick and too weak to text. He was laying in the hospital bed downstairs, and he would sit there and text me from my room because I was too sick to really go through the whole house. That's a whole nother story. But, I would sit there in my room and text him from my room, and he would text me back, and we would have our little banter because I would call him Snoops or Snoopy from the Peanuts movie, and he would call me his tweets, and he would sit there and text me and talk to me every time I'd be tempted to text a guy, and I'm just so wishing right now that my dad had still been alive way long before now, before I got my heart stinking broken from this jerk. It would save me a lot of pain if my dad was still alive. I could have just texted my dad instead of being tempted to talk to this loser. Hi, Kelly Gorel. I don't recognize you. That's okay. Who are you from TikTok, Callie? I'm not recognizing the name. I'm just really brokenhearted right now. Especially my freaking dad was still here. So it would be a lot easier, save me a lot of heartbreak. Could have just texted my dad. It wouldn't even, I guarantee you it would not have lasted 5 years if my dad was still freaking alive. There is no way in the world. The first time it was over, I would have texted my dad after I'd come home. I would never messed with him again. If my dad had only stinking been here. Sounds like what? Sorry, I'm tired. I can't even remember what I'm talking about once it comes out. Like, I just wish this whole roller coaster cycle freaking would have never happened if my dad was still stinking alive. Because the first time I got my heart broken, my dad would have sat there and explained it to me, even though he would have been harsh about it, but he would have made me freaking understand. I can exactly hear what my dad would say to me right now, word for word, about Wayne. It would say, get rid of him, he's a loser. With exactly that tone of voice. Get rid of him, block him, he's a loser. And I can hear my dad saying it right now. Like, why couldn't I have just done that earlier instead of dragging myself through this for 5 freaking years? Like, why? Why did I do this? Like, I don't get it. Why? Why did I allow this to myself? Why did I allow this to happen to myself? Like, I'm just sitting here wondering why. Well, that was freaking mean. Why do people gotta hurt me more? Right? Dads are the absolute best. Gee, just try to freaking poke a knife worse into my heart, why don't you? For what you just said, burn in freaking hell. It's okay, Rosemary. Stupid crazy. Like, I'm already hurting. You can see that clearly. You gotta make it worse. Get a life, people. Find something better to do than to freaking try to continuously break my heart all the time when it's already broken. Like, cut it out. Why are people so heartless? My gosh, I stinking seriously think that God didn't give some people hearts. I really don't. Except for Neil. I don't know why I'm saying that, but it's freaking true. Neil had a heart. He didn't sit there and bash me to his friends after we broke up. He didn't sit there and down me and put me down. He only had good things to say about me. Ever. Some ways I kind of miss that dude. I wonder if he remembers who I am. I know, right, Rosemary? What do people get out of being mean and cruel? And I remember Neil used to build his own huge ass custom made speakers that had bass in them. I can sit there and think of some fond memories. He was a dude I was dating back in Urbana, Ohio. He was Juanita Russell's niece, or not niece, nephew. Wonder if he remembers who I am. I don't know what people get out of being mean and cruel. Stinking freaking don't. Deanna, if Callie Girl pops up again, just hide the user from channel, please. I'm freaking sick of it. And I don't even know what she just said. I missed it. Probably thank goodness I missed it. I don't want to know, but if she pops back up, just hide her from the channel, please. Freaking sick of people being mean. Just boot her out. She don't need to be here. Real shit. Like, I'm freaking sticking up for myself. I'm sticking up for myself, and I'm not putting up with negative people in my space. If you're going to put me down, you got to go and stay far the hell away from me and freaking go somewhere where the sun don't shine and sing that song Far, Far Away. And I don't even want to hear the tune. And that's real shit. If you're going to be negative and put me down, you don't have a place in my life. You do not. I don't care if it's the truth or not, you still shouldn't say that. Especially if it's not true. Which it hasn't even freaking been. Messed up. All the freaking rumors. Thank you, Rosemary. Appreciate that. Amen, right? Double amen. You do not have a place in my life, and you do not deserve me. You don't deserve me if you're going to freaking put me down. You don't deserve me. Stay the freaking heck away from me and go do that bullshit to somebody else, because I'm not putting up with that. I love myself enough to let you go, cut you loose, do a cord cutting, whatever I have to stink and do, and keep you far the hell away from me. I don't even want to see your face again. It is sad, Deanna. Really freaking sad. I just wish my dad was still alive so I could work with them, on projects. I used to do that whenever I'd come home and I was heartbroken, really heartbroken, or thought I was with that evil guy. Whenever I'd come home, I would sit there and mope for days and be heartbroken, and my dad would let me help him with projects around the property and around the yard. I'm remembering that memory. After he would jump on me for a while about certain guys he knew he was right about, but then he would get over it and calm down and be softer with me and, be a little more compassionate and try to focus on other topics and subjects. Oh, you used to help your dad too? That's cool. Was your dad a carpenter, Rosemary? Just out of curiosity? Because my dad was really good with wood. He would build things from wood or out of wood. He built a wooden cabinet that's back at the house in Goshen. Oh, you had a garden behind the garage? That's cool. Yeah, my dad had a garden, vegetable garden. Oh, okay. I was just curious. But yeah, my dad had a vegetable garden too. Tomatoes, cucumbers. And my brother still has a garden, I think. But yeah. Your dad worked for the schools? Oh, that's cool. But yeah, on another different note, a soulmate is not someone who sits there and makes you freaking sad and makes you freaking wonder, you know, uh, you know, I didn't know that my soulmate wasn't supposed to make me freaking cry every single freaking day. Wasn't supposed to make me feel like I was abandoned every single day. Wasn't supposed to make me feel like I was being ditched, left behind, or thrown out with the rest of the garbage every day. Like, I had no clues that my soulmate wasn't that person. Oh, you never had a dad, Deanna? I'm sorry. That stinks. Ouch. That must have been a little bit hard growing up. And even getting older, too. I don't even know how old you are, actually, for starters. Your spirit seems really young, though. I would say you're in your, late to mid 30s. I know, right? That stinks. I'm sorry. Oh, well, that's a good thing that your mom was your rock. Y'all's rock. But yeah, it's like that JoJo song. I'm sure you guys have heard it. Too little, too late. She has a verse in there. Hold on, guys. It's hot as freaking here. But yeah, she has a verse in that song, Too Little, Too Late, about, I'm loving myself. I'm letting you go. I'm loving myself. You got a problem. Don't come asking me for help. That's kind of where I'm at with it. I'm going to have a great granddaughter in August. Oh, cool. Congratulations. Where is my. Oh. And like one of my best friends told me, I don't have to explain myself to nobody. Nobody. I don't gotta explain shit to nobody. A best friend that I used to work with. I don't gotta explain myself to nobody. If you don't understand it, well, that's not my freaking problem. Figure it out. If you can't, there's the door. Don't let it hit you on the way out, and I hope the car don't run you over. Real crap. My granddaughter is my life. She's my best friend. Oh, that's cool. How old is your granddaughter? Oh, 13. Sorry, guys. You probably think I'm crazy, but I got a vent. It's starting to turn me bitter, Being hurt so freaking deep and not having my dad to talk to about it like that. It's hard. You probably think I'm stinking mean, but I'm not. I'm really not. I'm just freaking hurt and angry. Oh, thank you, Deanna. I appreciate that. 3 granddaughters and the great granddaughter coming. 4 grandsons. Oh, wow. You got a pretty good small little family there. Well, not small. 3 granddaughters. So 4. So 8. Total of 8. Wow. That's cool. And my son doesn't even have any kids yet. LOL. Oh, gosh. Watch out. Hey. Oh, wait. You said your son doesn't have any kids yet. Is he married? Just curious. Not really interested, but curious nonetheless. Oh, wow. He's not married? Is he single? Is he looking for a girlfriend? I can't believe what I'm saying. How old is he anyway? Is he cute? Oh, I'm sorry, Deanna. Ouch. I have 2 sons. My youngest passed away at age 6 from luminary fibrosis. I don't even know what that is, to be honest. I guess it's hit like a disease. Ouch, that's gotta be rough. I'm sorry to hear that. Yikes. Goodness, that would make me go crazy. I can only imagine the pain you went through. Oh, he's 25, Rosemary? Well, I'm 35, not too much freaking age gap. What's his name? Just curious. What do he look like? You're probably like, you're freaking me out, woman. Gosh. I don't know, I'm just curious. If I'm gonna move on, I gotta do it all the way. Oh, sweet, Brandon? Huh. God has a sense of humor. Oh, God has a sense of humor. Because my first crush when I was young, his name was Brandon. Oh, that is so freaking hilarious. That's a nice name, Brandon. Okay. Well, hopefully one dang day I'll be lucky enough to meet him. Yikes. Sheesh. Is he a good guy? I mean, does he know how to treat a woman? Not like Wayne. Oh, you're trying text to speech? I hate it. Yeah, I don't really enjoy text to speech much either, but I don't like typing. Typing aggravates me, like real crap. I can't stand typing with my fingers. He was dating a woman with 2 kids for like 3 to 4 years, and she broke up with him and broke his heart. Ouch. Goodness. What was her problem? Goodness, sheesh. Oh, that's funny. My granddaughter cracks up because I yell at Siri in my car. There was a 13-year age gap, so who knows? Oh, okay. Well, that stinks nonetheless. I can imagine he's probably kind of shut off like me and doesn't like to give people chances. Because he's been hurt so much. I get it. Trust me, I get it. Of course he wanted to hurt her. LOL. Yeah. I would too if I was his mom. Like, what is your problem, woman? Why'd you sit there and do that? Right, Rosemary? Nobody hurts my kids. Got that right. I'm just hoping and praying for the dang darn day when my daughter turns 18. Like, I can't wait. Because then she'll be able to make her own choice. And she won't have to be stuck with the adoptive family if she don't want to be. And I'm hoping and praying by then I'll be stable enough to have my own place. Once I get back in Texas, I'm gonna try to get some things done so I can make that happen. So that in the freaking future, when when she's old enough and she wants to, I'm hoping she'll want to freaking, you know, meet me or meet up with me. Gosh, I wish time would fast forward to when she turns 18. I really do, because then she'll be able to make her own choice. She won't be bound legally to the freaking adoptive family. Gosh. Deanna, if you don't mind me asking, who has her now? The adoptive parents I chose for her back in Texas, Anthony and Crystal. And I have no idea what city they live in because they didn't bother telling me that part. So I know they said that they lived like 6 hours from Abilene. Like, it just broke my heart the day that I had to hand her over to them. Yeah, I did, Rosemary. I got to pick the family. Yeah. Really broke my heart. Like, I just couldn't stand it. Like, I didn't want to let her go when I was holding her the very last day I seen her. I did not want to let her go. It's freaking stinking hard. And now all this crap going on is like too much. Way too much. Thank you, Rosemary. Thank you, Deanna. I appreciate that. But yeah, just, it's all too much. I freaking can't anymore. Right, Rosemary? I can't even imagine it either, and I'm the one who's going through it. I don't know, though. Thank you, Deanna. I appreciate that. I know God has a plan. I just don't know what the freak the plan is. Apparently, it's for me to go back to Texas, start a new life, and try to build some stability so my daughter can come back if she wants to. I'm hoping and praying she does. Like, what if she thinks I didn't love her? What if she thinks, the worst? I know she's gonna have a lot of questions. What if she thinks I abandoned her? Because, and since this video is not made for kids, I remember, like, when I first had her, and babies are really sensitive, especially for babies, and I know she was really sensitive because I'm her mother and I'm really sensitive with my emotions. And I remember the earliest memories I have of her when I was breastfeeding her, she would get, like, she would just start whimpering out of nowhere, like she was freaking, how do I put it? Like she was, what did the nurse say? The nurse I made friends with, like she was not being killed, but like she was like in despair, and she'd be like, and I do the exact same thing, when I'm really distraught or something, and I think she sensed that, how do I put it? You know what I mean? She sensed that something was going to happen and that we'd be separated. Like, I just felt that. I know, right? I did the best I could. No, it's fine. I named her Regina Grace, but her adoptive family, it just killed me and crushed me. They changed her name. They didn't even keep it. Like, they only kept Grace, and they changed her first name. Like, that shit just killed me. But, like, yeah, she would whimper a lot. Like she sensed that someone was gonna freaking abandon her, and it just made me feel bad. It made me feel even worse. Like real crap. Like she knew I was gonna sit there and abandon her. Because all she would do every time I seen her was whimper like that. Like in despair. Just makes me feel bad. Thank you, Rosemary. Thank you, Deanna. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I have a niece named Grace and a granddaughter with that middle name. Oh, wow. But yeah, they changed their freaking name to Elizabeth Grace. They didn't even keep the first name. Like, add salt to the wound, why don't you? Like, that just ripped my heart out. But I don't know. Sometimes I wonder how she's even freaking doing. I wonder if she even remembers who I am. Kind of doubt it. She's been around the adopted family for so long that she probably doesn't even freaking remember who her real mom is. She probably thinks that's her real mom by now. Right, Deanna? It is hard. And I do love my child. Just like, it drives me crazy at times because I'm not going to ever see her again until she's 18. Think about it. That's a long freaking time to wonder and just think of worry. And like, I don't even get to see her anymore. And had I been able to stay in Texas, I would have been able to see her in October, I was told. But now that she kicked me out and we're not on good terms, there's no way I'm going to see her in October. Like, the rest of my freaking life, I'm not going to ever see her until she turns 18. And that's going to be years. Thank you, Deanna. I appreciate that. I'll always be her mother. Yeah, well, I don't know. Doesn't really make me feel much better, but I appreciate it. It just makes me sad. Like, yeah, I'll always be her mother, but I didn't even get to mother her. I missed out. Like, I won't even get to see her crawl for the first freaking time. I missed out on that. Like, I missed out on everything. I didn't even get, like, when she talks for the first time, I won't even be there. I won't freaking be there. I just blame myself. I freaking blame myself for that shit. I should have gotten a job. I should have, gotten my own apartment somehow. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to be able to reconnect with her that quick, especially not when I go back to Texas, because all the ladies at Christian Homes are against me now. They don't want nothing to do with me. And that's where I put her through adoption through. It's going to be years before I ever reconnect with her, if at all, which makes me think it's freaking sad. I don't know. It's also messed up. Everything is messed up. It's okay, Amanda. We all make mistakes. We just it to try. You did the best you could. It'll all work out. I'm gonna keep you and her in my prayers. Thank you, Deanna. Appreciate it. Yeah, we sure do make mistakes, don't we? Because right now I'm in so much freaking pain and regret over everything that I wish I hadn't even gotten pregnant in the first place. Because it just hurts too much. All I ever wanted was to be a mom. And now I can't even have that. I got that taken away from me too. Stinking permanently. Thank you, Rosemary. I need all the prayers I can get. But yeah, I don't know anymore. All I just gotta say, from this point on, I'm never getting pregnant again. Like, I can't go through that again. I just can't. I don't care what it takes. I might even get my tubes tied or get a procedure where I can't get pregnant ever again because I can't go through it. I'm not freaking doing it. I'm not going through that freaking pain again. It's where I have to give her up or him up. Where I have to give him or her up because I can't keep him or her. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna get a medical procedure and make sure I can't get pregnant. Screw that. I'm done. I'm not having any more kids. Rosemary, yeah, I'm outside. You're not allowed to smoke in the room. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. I'm just freaking venting. I'm beyond freaking sad and I just can't anymore. Yeah. Hold on. I can't hold the phone and put the key card in at the same time. Oh, it rained all day there today? You like my slides? What do you mean slides? I'm confused. Oh, shoes. Oh, thank you. I got those back in Virginia a long time ago. The shoelaces never stayed tied because I ended up tripping over one shoelace on each side and ripping it in half, so they never stayed freaking tied no more. I'm clumsy as all get out. Now I gotta go to the bathroom. I know, right? I see 15 people watching too, and no one's freaking talking. Like, what the heck? Who's creeping and not saying anything? That's just creepy. If you're not gonna say anything, I mean, don't just freaking stare at me and not say anything. That's creepy. Who all is in here? Make yourselves known, please. Just in case there's any enemies in here, I don't want them in here so I can block them. Ugh. I know, right? It's like, what the heck? Speak. I can feel your stinking energy in the background. Speak. What are you so afraid of? Cat got your tongue? Hello? That's funny, Deanna. I just now caught that you said right. You said right and then put two googly eyes by the right, like, hello. Oh, hi, Mage. It's okay. I didn't mean no offense. I didn't know you were in the freaking room. I just meant like mean people from TikTok. I thought they were just spying on me or whatever and just watching and not saying anything. You're good. Okay, 18 viewers, but no one's saying freaking crap. Deanna's laughing, right? Thank you, Rosemary. I appreciate that, right? Say hi, don't be shy. Goodness sakes. What is people's problem with being shy? Speak your mind. What brought you here? Why are you stinking creeping in the background? Like, don't be hiding in my bushes and not say nothing. Real crap. Come out from your hiding spot in the bushes and say something. That's just creepy. If I was on my computer, I could probably see, but I'm on my phone. Okay, Deanna. Yeah, I don't know how you can do that. It's aggravating and annoying at the same time because every time I try to click on the where it says 17 viewers, nothing comes up. I guess it's only on a computer or more advanced live once you hit 1K followers. Freaking stinks. I can't see who's viewing it. Drives me nuts. Can you all see each other's comments? Rosemary, no, I can't see the viewers' names at all. Like I said, when I click on it, nothing happens. There's no list or anything. It's freaking frustrating. It just sits there frozen. Well, not frozen, but you know what I mean. Like, it's unclickable. You can't freaking click on it, even though you can see it. It's like, what the heck, man? I can't see who my viewers are? Okay, Deanna. Okay, same for you, Rosemary. My gosh, I gotta get a computer now, too. I can't afford it right now. I'm barely making ends meet to get food and stuff I need. Crazy. Oh, and that reminds me of something else about baby daddy. Just random thought that popped up. This is freaking crazy, guys. Get this. I just realized that okay, this is like an oxymoron. It's really backwards. He doesn't want me, doesn't want anything to do with me, but he doesn't want anybody else to freaking have me either. Like, does that make any dang darn sense? Like, what the heck? It's been that way the whole freaking 5.5 years. And guess what? Tough luck. You don't want me, so I'm moving on. Sounds like controlling. Yeah, I know he is. He's very controlling. I was told that's the only reason he ever picked me up from the crowd in the first place by a tarot reader. Because he knew he could control me. I was the only one he could control. Freaking messed up. Deanna, we met at the Valley Mission in Stanton, Virginia. Homeless shelter. That should have been my first red flag. What you doing at a freaking homeless shelter? Everybody tried to warn me about it, but I didn't listen. Yeah, gosh, I wish I would have listened. It would have saved myself a lot of freaking pain. Stinking heartache. And coming to find out all the stuff recently I've been telling you guys. That's the freaking truth. Yeah. 15 people and no one's hardly saying crap again. I wish all 15 people would at least say hi so I knew who's freaking watching. Like, this is beyond creepy. I took my granddaughter to Target yesterday. Oh, cool. Yeah, my mom used to take us to Target when we were kids. My brother and I, when we were younger. Deanna, a nice anonymous person helped me out. She got some books. Okay. That's cool. I'm not really into books. I don't know. I just don't like to read. Freaking insane, but it's true. Right, Rosemary? I'm glad too. I was getting pretty weak there. Goodness, I hadn't eaten since breakfast. Oh, you either, Deanna? Not a big reader either. All three of my kids are big readers. Oh, okay. I can't wait for Thursday, y'all. Goodness. I'm leaving Arizona on Thursday. I can't wait. I made a new really kind woman friend on TikTok that just so happens to live close by me. We haven't met yet, but she lives close enough to where she said at 2 p.m. she gets off work Thursday and she's going to pick me up and take me to the bus station, buy me a bus ticket back to Abilene, and help me out to start a new life. I thought that's really nice of her. I can't wait at all. Just got tired of sticking out on TikTok lives every morning until Thursday morning. Please pray for me, guys, that I can continue to get donations for this room until Thursday morning. It's gonna be rough. Just gotta stick it out until Thursday morning. And I can finally go stinking home. To where I belong, to where God originally put me. I know, right? Bless her. Now my nose is running. Every time I yawn, I'm tired, my nose runs. I don't get it. I don't have any tissues either. I don't think. What are you doing, my moderator? I see you turned on subscribers only mode, then you turned it off. What are you doing? That's a little weird. Me too, Rosemary. What the freak? I don't get it. Maybe she's experimenting with something. Oh, I'm sorry. I pushed the wrong buttons. It's getting late. That's okay, Deanna. I get that. I totally get that. Right, Rosemary? Now everybody's laughing. Okay, Deanna, that's cool. I'm new to YouTube, but I got you. Thank you, Deanna. Oh, you are? You're new to watching YouTube live videos? I actually watch them once in a while. I'm kind of thinking, kind of familiar with how they work. I'm super tired, y'all. I had a stinking scare last night. Like, really bad scares. I had to walk to the store when it was dark to get some water because I was dehydrated. Some scary people kind of scared the crap out of me. I can't wait to go back to Texas. It's not safe for me here anymore. Especially being on my own in a dangerous freaking city. You watch a lot of crafting videos? And the other day in my life, I don't know how this person, more than you care to admit, okay, that's cool. Then in my live, my TikTok live the other day, like someone came in there asking me a really strange question. Like this person, I don't know where this person got this from, but someone came in my live, literally, I'm not making this up, and just asked me out of the blue, did someone hit you? And I'm just staring, I'm stinking, staring at it, looking at it like, huh? What? So yeah, it's been freaking rough. Like I've been through a stupid stinking lot lately, like a heck of a lot. Too much trauma. I can't. I can't do this. I don't have a stun gun. I don't even know how to use one. And I don't have the money to get one, and I don't even know where to get one. I don't have pepper spray or mace or even the freaking money to get it. I don't even know where you get it at around here, to be honest. I haven't seen any pepper spray or mace for sale anywhere near here. Plus, I don't drive, so it's hard for me to freaking get anywhere to get it. And what the heck is a stun gun anyway, Deanna? Where do you get one of them? Are they easy to use? Because I hate being without protection out here. Like, I have no protection whatsoever. If something freaking happened to me, I'll never get to see my daughter. And I don't want that to happen. Like, it's scary out here. I don't know any self-defense, freaking nothing. I don't have a gun, a knife, anything. And I don't have money to buy any of those things. Like, it scares me to stinking death. Freaking for real. One of those army surplus stores. Oh, okay. Do they have, like, stun guns there at the army surplus type stores? I know it's a shocker, Deanna, but where do you buy one? That's what I'm trying to ask. I'm trying to find out. Because I can't be without protection out here when I'm still stuck out here until Thursday. Especially if I have to go anywhere at night. Amazon, yeah, freaking Amazon would take too long to get here. Besides, I don't have an address right now. Homeless. Walmart has them? Okay. Yeah, because last night my heart was freaking racing, y'all. My heart was freaking racing. I was freaking scared to death. If you ain't seen the meaning of fear in me yet, you freaking seen it last night. That's all I'm gonna say. So I have to freaking say, like, I was freaking scared crapless last night. I can just remember it right now with my eyes closed. I couldn't wait to stink and get back here if I ever did. I was so freaking terrified last night. Right? I didn't think about Walmart either. I'm tired. Tired, but I can't freaking stinking stupid sleep either. Oh, that's smart. You recorded your son's voice so when I'm alone, I play the video of him talking. Wish I would have recorded my dad's voice, but of course his freaking phone doesn't have anything on it because it's way too after he died-ish. After he passed away. I'm just now remembering a fond memory of me and my dad. We had this running. Well, it wasn't a joke at first because when I was really little, I would get really irritable before my dad knew I was sick as a child. And whenever I was pushing him and I'd get too irritable, like again, before he knew I was sick, he kind of took it out on me. He would always say, "Want a big new, big new." That was our running joke for years. And then later on, before he passed away, back in Goshen, when he was still sick and when we were getting kind of close. Um, he um, he brought it up again that day in the truck when we were going to the berry patch on our property, and I was getting aggravated, and he just said it out of the blue. Like, my dad had really good comedic timing. He just said it out of the blue. He was like, he was like, "Want a big new," and I started cracking up. And normally in the past I couldn't laugh about it because I was offended by it, but I just sat there and laughed in the truck that day. I started laughing. I said, "Why did you used to say that, Dad? Like, what was the point?" I was irritated. I couldn't help it. He said, "I know, but you didn't want nothing." Because he would sit there when I was little and offer me. There's a backstory to that. He would sit there and offer me, do you want this? Do you want that? And I would always say, no, no. I'd be fussy. No, no, I don't want that. No. And then my dad and I were sitting there laughing, talking about it in the truck that one day when he already had cancer, and we're laughing about it. It was because he didn't want nothing. Oh, that was funny. My dad had a sense of humor. He really did. I miss my dad, man. Freaking wish he could just walk down the ladder from heaven and just sit down and talk to me. Really wish I could have a heart to heart with my dad. I miss him about this whole thing, this whole situation. But yeah. I remember that one day when I actually made my dad took a walk. Made my dad take a walk because he had the bag hanging out of him at that point. But the nurse and the doctor said he should still try to walk when he could, and he just didn't want to get up. He didn't have any motivation this one particular day. And I was like, Dad, can you please take a walk with me? You want to take a walk, Dad? It can be a short walk. You should take a walk, Dad. And so I guess I somehow motivated him enough and encouraged him. And so me and my dad took a little walk down Wilhelm Road, that rocky road, and we went towards the front part and not the back part of the road. And we just so happened to pass pass a berry bush, and there was one berry on it. And I remember really fondly, my dad said, "Oh, there's a berry. Go ahead and eat it." And I sat there and ate it. It was really good. And then on the way back, my dad was really quiet. We were just walking back to the house, and he was struggling to walk at that point. My poor dad. And he got back to the house finally. He said, "Thank you for," he thanked me sincerely for making him take a walk. And I said, "Oh, you're welcome, Dad." And he cracked a joke because he knew it was emotional for me that I was going to lose him. He said that walk was very fruitful, and I'll never forget that. Get it? It was like a pun. That walk was very fruitful because I found a berry. Everybody sure all is. Oh, I was just gonna say, everybody sure all is quiet. Then your comment popped up. Right, Rosemary? Those are great memories. The memories help me hold on to him like he's still here, even though he's really not. At least not physically, but still. But yeah, my parents have been gone a long time now. Some memories are harder to remember. Right? Thinking sadly, some of them just are hard to remember. Like even with my dad, I don't remember everything. But I do remember one memory that's hilarious, guys. You're all gonna be cracking up. You didn't think I'm crazy, but okay. The first part isn't really funny though, because when I was younger, I guess my dad and I were not on such great terms like we were before he passed away. And I've been through a lot, like in my childhood and in my past. And sometimes he would him and my mom would sit there and punish me with, like no food or whatever. And I would be hungry and starving and not know what to eat. And I would have no dinner for no reason, mind you, not just like it's just a one time thing, you're punishing a child, a mild punishment. It was worse than that. But the funny part is, I'd be so freaking hungry, I wouldn't know what to do. So I remember walking into this like little side garage at this one house we had. I can't remember. I think it was in Sisquoc. It was called Sisquoc, California. We had this one rental house, and there was a side garage when my dad would work out. It was kind of encased in wood that he built, like a little enclosure. I remember walking into it one day, looking around, thinking, "Man, really wish I had something to eat." And I remember looking at the dog food and the dog biscuits, like the milk bones. I'm not kidding you when I sit here and tell you that I actually took a bite out of that milk bone and thought it was just the best thing ever. Not knowing later on that I was actually probably eating roadkill. And I even tried the dog food kibble bits, the actual dog food, and thought it was really tasty. And I remember eating a lot of it and it didn't even freaking bother me and make me sick. Yeah. Uh, I know, right? That's just freaking crazy. I was so hungry as a kid. I was like, okay, let's see how this dog food tastes. I'm surprised I didn't start barking for real. Deanna, what did it taste like? Oh my gosh. I'm serious because it's dog food. Think about it. You bark for your food. But no, what did it taste like? I'm trying to remember. Like it tasted like I can close my eyes and remember that memory as a younger Amanda, like reaching in, grabbing the milk bone, and thinking, "Oh my gosh, this is really good." Because I know, like, it was dry, but it was really tasty. It was like a tasty little morsel. Like I was like, "Oh my gosh, the dog is so lucky." Like I remember thinking that, like the dog is so freaking lucky that he gets to eat these milk bones. Because for real, like you know what the even more hilarious part is about to this story? My dad had a friend at his old job back in California named Big Stu. He was a tall black guy, and he was my dad's best friend, right? And my dad would help him out a lot, and my dad had a lot of compassion for him because he was going through a rough time, and his wife and his family was treating him like dirt. But long story short, he was really tall, right? Really tall, skinny black guy, like real tall, Big Stu. And Big Stu had a sense of humor. I remember as a little girl, like watching him, like his behavior and stuff. And I still remember him, like he was so funny. He'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't even. Like he'd walk in the door, and he would sit there, and he would leave his fingerprints on the ceiling, and like he'd always be trying to argue with my dad and stuff. It was hilarious. He was helping my dad move some furniture one time when we were moving from house to house or whatever, and he was moving my brother's piano. and, and my dad says to him, you take that end off and you go first. He goes, no, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. And he had a saying, I can't remember what it was. It was really hilarious. But anyway, one day he was just kind of, walking around our yard, and he sees the enclosure. He opens the garage. He sees the milk bones, and he goes, Okay. Yeah, okay. Mm. And he takes a little bite. Like, I shit you not, he literally, I've never seen a black tall man, like Big Stu, eat a milk bone. Like, that was just freaking hilarious. Like, he was like, I see what you're getting. I see what you're getting. He was talking to our dog Monica. He was like, I see what you're getting. He took a bite out of the milk bone. He said, boy, this is good. This is good. And he gave the rest to the dog. It was just freaking hilarious, man. Oh, he was so tall. Every time he'd come to visit my dad at his house, at our house, he'd always reach up, and it was like his little MO to leave his fingerprints on our ceiling. Like, he would just stand up and stretch in just like random spots. He would just put two fingers on the ceiling. Hey, yo, Dan, how you doing, Dan? And he would just, leave fingerprints on the ceiling. Like, that was so freaking hilarious. I don't get it, but it was cute. I remember I was only like 4 or 5 years old, I think, or 6 years old. I remember thinking, what the stinking heck in the whole wide world is he leaving fingerprints on the ceiling for? Like, that's just crazy. Oh, man. But yeah, he was my dad's best friend. The longest time ever. Right, Rosemary? Lots of great memories. Like, I sometimes wonder how Big Stu is doing if he's even still alive. Because he was a hilarious dude. Like, he was really funny. He'd be like, how you doing, Dad? Hey, how you doing? I wish I could remember the saying he always used to say. Like, I'm trying to remember, because it was really unique and really positive. Like, he was always upbeat. He was an upbeat kind of guy. He was never negative. I wish I could remember. Like, it's on the tip of my brain, y'all. Say some prayers I can remember it, because it's freaking hilarious and I need to laugh. I'm trying to remember. Oh, man, what was it? It's on the tip of my brain. I can hear him saying it, but I can't see the words. Gosh, I almost want to text my freaking brother right now, because my brother has like what do you call it? My brother has a very, very, not photogenic. I don't want to say that. My brother has a very, very good long-term memory or something. Like, I could ask my brother right now on the text message, hey, what did Big Stu used to say? What was his saying he used to say all the time, that positive, upbeat saying? And my brother could quote him word for word. Wish I could remember. I know my brother would remember it instantly, and then I'd be like, oh, yeah, that was it. What the heck? Because he always used to say it to my brother a lot, too. Oh, I know what it was. Well, one of his sayings, not the one I was trying to think of, but one of his sayings, because my brother used to play piano, and Big Stu would sit there and play with my brother and teach my brother stuff on the piano. And he would always say to my brother, let your fingers do the talking. Let your fingers do the talking. Oh, I used to really love that man. Oh, he was upbeat. Oh, gosh. He was funny. He was a piece of work, but he was funny. Oh, right, Rosemary? Oh, he was great. He was good people. And one time, my dad they were talking about showers or something, or a shower just randomly came up, like, actually taking a shower. And Big Stu said, okay, Dad, I'm gonna go, put my body through the car wash. I mean, the shower. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna put my body through the washing machine. Oh, it was hilarious. The car wash. Your body's a body, not a car. It's like, what the heck, man? That was hilarious. I'm gonna put my body through the car wash. Or what do you say? And put my body through. What do you say? Something. It wasn't the washing machine. I'm putting my. I can't remember. I think it was the car wash. Put my body through the something wash. Oh, he was funny. He was funny. uh. He was a great guy, Rosemary. He was. I just hope and pray that if his time did come and I never knew about it, that he's in a better place. And that he's praying for my heartbreak right now, because he knew what it was like. I remember as a little girl hearing him talk about his heartbreak, and I just sat there and be like, wow, that's deep. Like how badly he was hurting. So I'm sure he gets it. I hope he's praying for me right now, if he can hear me. I have a lot of good memories, though. Some not so good, but mostly good. Yeah. Oh, here's another funny episode that happened when I was a little girl. My dad had another good guy friend of his named Terry. I think no, it wasn't Terry. Was it Terry? So I can picture him in my mind. He was a real heavy set guy, but he was jolly and he was really freaking hilarious. What? Was it Terry? I was really freaking young. I don't remember, but I know he had gray hair and a mustache, and he, was real jolly. He would walk like that. My nose is stuffed up whenever I get tired. But yeah, he was real jolly. He taught my dad about the baby chicks and raising the chickens. But I remember when I was a little girl, I was really infatuated with him because of his sense of humor, and I didn't really know why or understand it. But anyway, my dad knew that I would always copy his laugh. Like, he had a real authentic laugh, and when I was a little girl, I would sit there and come back to my dad and tell my dad stories of what he said, that was funny, and copy his laugh. Yeah, it's really dry here in Phoenix. That's why I'm stuffed up. Allergies, man. But what was I gonna say? I would sit there and come back and tell my dad stories of what he said, and I used to copy his laugh, spot on. I was really good at it, and my dad got a kick out of that, I guess. And so one day I came back and told my dad some story that he told me, and I copied his laugh to my dad, and I didn't think much of it, and I went on with my day, and then we were all sitting down at dinner together because my dad invited Terry over for dinner. And we were having a barbecue that my dad made. And I asked Terry if he would please pass the salad. And he was joking with me. I was too little to understand or catch it right away. But he said, laugh or you don't eat. And I looked at him like, what do you mean? And then it registered. And I got so embarrassed because I was a little girl. And I turned beet red. I turned totally beet red. I knew what he was talking about. He wanted me to impersonate his laugh in front of my dad, and I just totally blushed and turned beet red. That was funny. And then later on, my dad would sit there and rub it in. Like, even if he wasn't there with us at dinner, my dad would bring it up and be like, laugh or you don't eat. I'd be like, Dad, that's not funny. It's a doobity doo. I can't stand how dry it is here. Like, it's so annoying when your nose is stuffed up. And there's nothing you can do about it. I gotta turn the air conditioning back on. That might help. My phone's gotta be charged soon. I don't want to charge it. I mean, what's the point? Except for like talking to you guys. Whoops. I've never been to Arizona, but always heard it was dry and hot. Okay, Deanna, you have a good night's sleep too. I hope you have a good night at work. Yeah, it is dry and hot, Rosemary. Ugh. So I know whenever I was in Texas, I never had this much stuffed up nose before. Like, it's ridiculous. Oh, guess would help if I brought my water, wouldn't it? Oh, you've never been to Texas? Where all have you been? Looks like a comet's trying to come through, but I don't see one. That's just weird. Well, maybe not. California, Ohio, Tennessee, Illinois, and Florida. Oh, wow. I've been to California and Ohio, Florida, but not really Tennessee or Illinois. One of my exes is from Illinois, actually. We're still really good friends to this day, and he's way more mature now. Indiana? I've never been to Indiana. Is it nice in Indiana? Oh, okay, I've never heard of that city. Sounds a little foreign. Oh, lots of Amish. That's cool. Oh, that's cool. Touristy city. Lots of little shops. Oh, you loved it there? That's cool. I might go there someday. Oh, you're supposed to go again? Sounds like fun. Wish I could tag along. No, I never heard of it. But I'm gonna get going, guys. I'm really tired. I'm gonna lay down. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Love y'all.